Welcome back. American Airlines is the world's biggest airline. But is it also the worst? I recently traveled with them long haul, and my experience was just meh. And here's what happened. So after visiting the airplane graveyard in Teruel in Spain, I went to Barcelona and ready to go back to the US to see my family. Earlier, I secured one of the best award redemption on American Airlines, 57,500 miles and $80 tax, which takes me first from Barcelona to London on British Airways, and then from London Heathrow to Dallas and Las Vegas on American Airlines. So here's my story. On the date of departure, I made it to Barcelona airport early, and I could not find my flights to London Heathrow on British Airways. It turned out the flight was cancelled, and I was in panic mode. So this happened on a Sunday morning. It seems it was their busiest day. Every tourist came off the cruise with all their bags crowded at the check-in desk. Eventually, I found out I received an email from British Airways telling me my flight to London was cancelled. They rerouted me on American Airlines direct from Barcelona to Philadelphia and then onward to Las Vegas. However, I will be downgraded to economy due to business class is full. It's really hard these days to find a staff to talk to when you face flight disruption. They just want you to call or actually go online to solve it yourself, right? There's hardly anyone to help you at the airport. So eventually, I managed to find a lady who works for Iberia. She handled the BA check-in at Barcelona. At first, she didn't really want to help. She was telling me I should just call BA to solve it myself. But I told her that I didn't really like the solution BA provided, so I protest and I insist that there has to be a different solution because I pay for the business class. I'm not going downgrade to economy. I can wait for travel. So after some time, BA managed to rebook me onto the next day's flight with the same routing. So although my travel was delayed by 24 hours, I was pretty impressed by the service recovery of British Airways. Not only they rebooked me to the next day's business class, they also gave me food voucher at the airport and also hotel voucher to overnight in Barcelona, including lunch, dinner, and next day's breakfast. The key thing is you have to insist and know your rights. If you don't ask, you don't get it. So after 24 hours, I'm back to Barcelona airport again. I was actually very worried BA might cancel the morning departure again. But we did take off eventually after some delays. So our flight time from Barcelona to London Heathrow was unusually long. It took over 3 hours in block time because we had a morning departure hold at Barcelona, and then also we slowed down when we approached Heathrow, and we did multiple holds before we were able to land because Heathrow was really busy. There was no welcome drink on board. The seats were the same as economy, as you will all know in Club Europe on BA. But there was a decent hot breakfast. English hot breakfast was served. And by the way, what do you guys think about BA's new crew uniform? Do you like it? So with the delay on arrival, it cuts my transit time from 3 hours down to 1.5 hours. And I have to change terminal from Terminal 5 to Terminal 3, where American Airlines operate. So if you're passing through Heathrow, leave plenty of time because the transit across different terminal takes a lot more time. So American Airlines has a huge operation at London Heathrow. This summer, they have 25 departures daily out of Heathrow to all the cities in the US. And looks like most of the flights has a aero bridge, a contact gate, except mine was boarding from a remote gate. So we were boarding from gate 24, which is downstairs at Terminal 3 in a holding area. And Heathrow's resources at the airport were so stretched. We were waited in the holding area for more than half an hour until 12 o'clock, which is the departure time. There was still no buses came to take the passengers. So eventually, passing the departure time, all the buses started to show up. So one by one, we were bussed to the outer bay, where the American Boeing 777-300 is waiting for us to board. And then we all have to walk up the stairs. And I walk in the cabin, and my seats was 5 Delta, the first row behind the bulkhead. It looks like somebody took my seat. And then actually I had to swap with him, and I got a window seat, 5A. So happy campers, I got the best window seat. Looking at the seats, it was really nice, 1-to-1 herringbone. I knew American Airlines would roll out a new flagship business class suite. Initially on the 787, this suite it has doors for total privacy. So next, the welcome drink came, but it came in a plastic cup. And also there was a disposable headset. I don't remember when I've flown in international long-haul business class having plastic cup. This was really funny. Everyone managed to get on board very quickly. I think the flight attendant were so efficient, they can't wait to leave and they try to shovel everybody in and close the door for departure. And we're ready for Dallas. So we started taxi off and you would see a lot of heavy traffic at Heathrow, a lot of usual tails. We taxi past Terminal 3 on the way to Terminal 2 and then to the holding point of runway 27 left. Adjacent to the holding point, there's the famous supersonic British Airways Concorde parked inside the airport. It looks like it's been parked for so long, but it still looks really good. Our takeoff was a very powerful one. It seems to me a little bit more powerful than the usual. On the GE90, it was roaring out of London Heathrow. As a frequent traveler, I recommend to use Surfshark VPN to bypass internet censorship, to find cheaper travel, and to secure your data. So internet censorship is a huge pain when I travel to countries where social media and foreign emails are blocked, that I couldn't connect to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or Google Mail to connect with my family, friends, or business. This is where the VPN comes in handy. I use Surfshark VPN to connect to another country to bypass that internet censorship. With the help of Surfshark VPN, there's also possibility to find cheaper travel, cheaper air tickets, cheaper hotel, or cheaper rental car by simply connect the VPN to another country and check out the deals there. As a frequent traveler, I often use public Wi-Fi at the airport or the hotel, but these are not safe. When I want to go on online banking or sending sensitive information, I use Surfshark VPN to encrypt and secure my data. And now, here's the best deal for today's viewer. Get Surfshark VPN at surfshark.com/Sam. Enter promo code SAM. You will get more than 80% off and 4 additional months of subscriptions for free. This video is sponsored by Surfshark. So our flight time to Dallas was 9 hours and a half. The in-flight service started about 30 minutes into the flight. So I had a Dr. Pepper as my drink because it's rare to find Dr. Pepper other than flying on a Texan airline. And here is the wine list. I don't see anything special on that list. I don't even know where that champagne come from. Never heard of that champagne. Now, looking at the food menu, the choice was pretty standard. There's beef, there's chicken, there's fish, salmon, and a vegetarian dish. The starter was a burrata. It has no meats, no seafood, just cheese and vegetarian salad. Both the presentation and actually the taste was disappointing to say the least. Then came the main course. The presentation looks horrible. The whole bowl was stained. That was the beef with vegetable and juice. However, the taste was really good. It was really tender. So it was a very fast service. It finished at 70 minutes after takeoff. That was the fastest in-flight meal service I ever received on a long-haul flight. That actually gives you a lot of time if all you want is eat and then go to sleep, right? So later, I found out there was just 11 crew on this 777-300ER. So that you have 10 doors. You need at least 10 crew to arm the doors. And Americans operating bare minimum with 11 crews on this 777. Usually the standard will be 14 to 15 crews. But most of the airlines nowadays have chronic staff shortage and they have a huge summer schedule. So with just 11 crew, the workload was much higher on everyone. And I can see the service was rushed. The crew tried to finish the service so they can go have some rest and have a break as well. I skipped the dessert and I went straight to sleep. To American Airlines credit, the pillow was really plush, but there was no Casper mattress, so there was no mid-flight service. You have to help yourself to go to the self-service bar in the galley of the business class. There, flight attendant laid out all the dishes, sandwiches, fruits, or chips, snacks, so you help yourself. I actually took a picture. I found it was really cool as a spread. And the flight attendant was asking, "Why are you doing that for?" And I don't know, they came a little bit edgy or they were a little suspicious, but I just want to take a picture showing you what it looks like. The in-flight entertainment was pretty decent. There were lots of international movies on American Airlines flight. So I watched a Lebanese movie, then I watched an Asian movie. The Wi-Fi was very expensive, $35 for the whole flight. So with 1.5 hours to go, they started the second meal. It was disappointing as well, with just 2 pies and packaged chips, packaged dessert. It felt like you're eating from a 7-Eleven or gas station. So our landing was very smooth with a great view landing into Dallas. After passing the border control, I went straight back to the AA flagship lounge. So American Airlines allow international customer on connecting domestic flight using their international flagship lounge, which is very nice. There's free flowing champagne. There's a lot of food from the buffet spread with a nice view across the airfield. This is much better than their Admirals Club. So from my recent trips, I can see a lot of airlines are operating under severe crew shortage, and American Airlines is one of them. This will for sure lower the service standard, and we are currently experiencing that. Still, a lot of people prefer to fly American because its powerful frequent flyer loyalty program AAdvantage. It gives you great one-word recognition, and a lot of redemption only costs $5.60 in tax. So that really represents some great value. So we knew that American Airlines is not well known for its service standard, but it's more well known for its network and loyalty program. So have you flown with American Airlines long haul recently? I would love to hear your experience as well. Leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching today. See you next time.